the shot of the day.
Welcome to On the Greens. My name is Taribo Bembe. On this show, we got to profile the boy from the Lowveld, Jabulani Mabaso. Also in this episode, I got to play the easiest hole at the Royal Swazi Golf Club with greenkeeper Hayne Cock. We also have a jam pack of local golf highlights, including the annual Mayor's Cup happening in Mbabane, as well as the Nkonyeni Club Championship. Before wasting any further time, let's have a look at how I played the most easiest hole at the Royal Swazi Golf Course.
The Royal Swazi Golf Course, designed by Peter Malkovich, the hilly back nine, rich with wildlife, lies on one of the easiest holes to play. Nestled within the foothills of the Ezulwini Valley, this par 5 hole 12 plays as a stroke 18 right from the tee. Right after playing the stroke 1 hole 11, one faces a dogleg right par 5, measuring at 461 meters from the white tees. Your aim is definitely a straight drive over a ridge where the downslope begins. As soon as you see the green down below, do notice the 5 bunkers strategically placed. No need to be alarmed. Your second shot could easily eliminate the 3 right on the fairway, but be careful of the pot bunker, which lies just right off the green. It's an easy birdie hole.
We're here at the Royal Swazi with Hayne, the greenkeeper, to actually play and analyze the easiest hole here. Last time, exactly probably more than a year, we were here analyzing the most difficult hole. Hayne, welcome to On the Greens once again.
Thank you very much.
Awesome stuff. Last time we did the most difficult hole here.
Yes.
We're back now, to analyze or walk us through or even play the most easiest hole at the Royal Swazi.
True.
It's a par 5, right?
Yes, it's a par 5.
Okay, how is it the easiest hole? Because it's even long. How is it
is
the easiest hole then?
So the thing is, if you look behind us also,
Yeah.
it's a downhill dogleg left to right.
Okay.
And then the reason why it's so easy is if you can just get it over that hump, you can see a little bit in the background.
The hump, yeah.
The ball rolls down, and you only get, for us amateurs, if you're a single handicapper, you'll probably hit at the most 8 or maybe a 7 iron into the green, which is a par 5, and then it's very easy.
So your club choice is definitely a driver of the tee.
Definitely, yes.
There's no way of playing it safe or anything because it's dogging left.
It is. I mean, it's a par 5. Who wants to hit a drive, or who wants to hit a 3-wood or an iron off the tee? And the only issue is here, or the only obstacle is the trees itself. You have to stay out of the trees.
Yeah.
If you're in the trees, it's a guaranteed you're not going to make an eagle. So, but if you're in the fairway or just off the fairway, you still got a decent chance going for the green and 2.
All right, let's play the hole.
Let's do it.
And let's see if it's going to be easy for us. So what handicap do you play off now?
Handicap index is now 4.2.
4.2.
Yes.
I'm an 8.6.
Okay.
So last time I was like 17, you were at 10 or something.
Yes.
All right, cool. What are you gonna make?
Hopefully birdie, at least.
Let me try for a par. Let's go ahead.
Thank you very much. Let's do that.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Shot.
There we go.
Exactly over the hump. Good drive, man. Just past 200.
Not too bad on a par 5.
As you say, that's the hump right there.
Yes.
So the ball will tunnel down.
Yes.
Most
So,
definitely.
so that's what happened. So
Yeah.
So even though I'm still probably about, if I work out quickly, probably about 180 in, because it's downhill,
Yeah.
I'm planning of hitting a 7 iron. So what I'm going to do is now also, because you want to give yourself the best opportunity you can while you're playing golf.
Yeah.
So our rules is, you've got a club length placing. So
Okay.
there,
It's just a
place my ball.
general rule here.
Yes, it's a
Club
general
length.
rule
Okay.
for Swazi, for Royal Swazi. So what you can do is then you mark your ball, I can clean it, and then take our longest club, and then I can place it not closer to the hole. So I can place it then anywhere within the club length, not closer to the hole. So you can see this piece of grass is a little bit better than where my ball was. So I can see where I want to stand as well. And this looks good, so I can place it nicely here.
Okay.
And that's within the rules, and I can take it away. Here we go. And then let's try and go for the green.
Yeah, it generally looks easy because it's down sloping.
Yeah.
So you can actually use any club and just punch it down.
You can. So the idea is you want to avoid the bunker. So if you look down here now, the first bunker for me is not in play.
Okay.
The second bunker on the left, that is a very bad shot. I'll lead into that. And right at the bunker, there's the pot bunker on the right hand side, which you want to avoid.
Yeah.
So the idea is then just go straight. And the advantage for this hole is, or the challenge is, it's quite a small green. So you have to hit it the green. If you're just short of the green, it will stay there. And you don't want to be long.
All right.
So rather short than long.
Okay. Take it away.
Let's go for it. Hit it a little bit fat. Should be short.
So as you said about your second shot, trying to miss the portal bunker. This is the portal bunker.
Yes.
That is giving you danger close to the green. So we're down here now, and I've realized that the texture of the grass has changed.
Yes.
So can I still place here or anything?
Unfortunately not. So in the past, this used to be fairway. You can only place your ball what I did before when you're on the fairway. If you're in the rough, this is now the rough, you cannot place your ball. So in the past, because this was part of the fairway, then the hole was just way too easy. So now, because it's rough, you can't touch the ball. So you see, your ball is lying pretty good.
Okay.
But unfortunately, if you look at my ball, this is now quite a tough shot. You see, it's lying a little bit down into the grass.
Yeah.
So, but I can't touch the ball. So let's see from here.
Why so then? Why are you making it more difficult to watch the hole on the easiest hole to play?
Otherwise, it's already the easiest hole in the golf course. You don't want to make it too easy for the guys. Otherwise, it becomes a Mickey Mouse hole, what they call it.
Yeah.
So this is just a little bit of challenge that's on this hole, that the approach is also semi-rough or rough. You cannot place your ball.
Okay, cool. Let's chip I'm chipping my 4.
And I'm going for 4. So I'm chipping for 3.
You're chipping for 3.
Yes. So hopefully I can up and down. If I up and down, I make my birdie, which I would like. And if you up and down, you make your par.
All right. Let's go ahead.
Okay. You first.
Yep.
Oh, it's a good chip. Set.
Ooh,
Set.
Beauty.
I pitched it a little bit longer than I wanted to, but it should work.
Yep. Let's talk about the green. It's a small green.
Yes.
A little bit sloping.
Yes.
But it welcomes your shot actually from top there.
Exactly. So if you, from a designing point of view, if you had the green the same shape as the fairway, because you come down on the fairway.
Yeah.
If the green was the same shape, there was absolutely no way you can keep the ball on the green. It will just pitch on and will roll off. So if you look at the angle, so the fairway comes down, and then the green is actually set like that. So when you hit your ball into the green, it stays onto the green, it doesn't roll off. So you've got probably about a 4-meter putt.
Okay.
So, and also there's a new rule change in golf now where you can keep the pin in. In the past, you'll see that people always take the pin out before they putt.
Yes.
Now with the new rules, which I found very effective, and it's helped to speed up play quite a lot, so you can keep the pin in. But it's up to your discretion if you want to keep the pin in or if you want to take it out.
Okay.
I honestly don't mind. So you want to pin in or you want it out?
I'll keep it in for now, because I'm putting down the slope, probably would stop.
It will help a little bit. Okay.
But then, speaking about the pin placement,
yes.
what's the ideal approach shot depending on where the pin is? Do you wanna hit your shot over the pin, the hole, or below, so that you can have an uphill putt or downhill putt? Which advice would you give for the amateur golfer when they're playing this hole?
In general, if you can leave uphill putt, is always an easier putt because you can be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
If it's a downhill putt, you just have to slightly touch it, and you can't really always control the putt. So I would say ideally you should be pitching it just past the pin and spinning it back if you can.
For amateur,
if you're a good amateur golfer, if you can't do that, then anyway in the middle of the green.
Yeah.
Our greens are so small, especially at Royal Swazi.
Yeah.
If you're struggling with your golf, don't go for the pin necessarily. Just hit in the middle of the green.
Anywhere on the green, yeah.
And if you hit the middle of the green and you can hit an easy 2-putt, then that's what you want to do.
Cool.
Okay.
This part, let me see if I can get my 5. Finish that off.
Here we go.
Oh,
Bird! Thank you very much.
you called it. You called it.
I did.
Yeah, birdie.
Yeah.
Thanks once again.
Thank you.
I think it was very helpful for amateur golfers, and even anybody that comes to play at the Royal Swazi. Any final remarks, words you can give, knowledge that we've missed out on this hole?
On this hole, no, this hole I think it's fine, and we probably summed it up. But I mean, what I would like to add as well is the whole philosophy and the whole idea around Royal Swazi is to make it an easy, fun, enjoyable course to play. But the pros enjoy it as well because it's quite a tough course for them because of the size of the greens that they're so small.
Yeah.
So you'll see anywhere you go on our golf course, the rough is never thicker than 60. We cut it down 60 millimeters. 60 millimeters is about that much.
It's playable, yeah.
So it's playable right throughout. So if you hit your ball in the deepest rough, you will still be able to find your ball. Which is then also, it makes it enjoyable for the people because we want the guys to come here and enjoy it because it's a resort course as well. We don't want to make it too tough because you don't want to go back and tell your friends, you know what, today I lost 10 golf balls.
Yeah.
You can come to a Royal Swazi and say, you know what, I didn't even lose 1 golf ball today.
Yeah.
And that's the philosophy on that.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
All right. Thank
All right.
you.
You have all seen it. I've played the easiest hole at the Royal Swazi with greenkeeper Hancock. Hole number 12, stroke 18. Coming up next is a player's profile, Jabulani MJ Mabaso. Let's have a look.
My name is Jabulani Mabaso, 27-year-old. I was born in the Lowveld. I played a lot of golf here in Mananga Golf Course, and I went to my primary in Nkonyeni Primary School down there, and I did my high school here at Musume High. I started playing golf back in 2007, and by 2008 I was playing competitive golf. I played golf for fun up until Noktula Dlamini came up and she realized there's something like talent in the game, and by then I would say she contributed, but the guy that made a big impact was Tiger Woods. I watch a lot of his movies and videos, they inspire me. My golf achievements, I will start back in junior golf. When I was 16 years old, I played for Swaziland in England, Manchester. And I had a good round of golf. First 2 rounds were not good, but the last day I got the best round of the day. And the other one, it's mainly playing for the national team. I actually started playing for the senior team back in 2009. I think I only skipped only 2 years from 2009 where I didn't qualify for the national team. And another, it's playing for the King's Cup. It's been a big thing. And to make a cut in Johannesburg, Real Johannesburg, it was one of my biggest achievements. To be honest with you, I would say I'm at semi-pro level. I'm not a pro yet. I'm a good amateur. So it's in between being a good amateur and a professional.
Handicap?
I'm playing off 0.6, which is equivalent to 0.
Any chances of turning pro?
Yes, there are chances of turning pro, and that's, I would say, it's my next it's my next goal, I would say, to turn professional.
All right. I think that also would fall under future plans.
Of course, yes.
What other future golf plans do you have?
Is to turn professional, teach golf in the schools, have something close to golf academy whereby the golf will be. I would say golf, it's a good sport. It will keep you focused in many things. If you play golf, take it serious. You may never know what it's in the next few years, and it will be discouraging at start because too many bad things happens. Tough to play, tough to understand it. But if you stay focused, if you work hard, you're most likely to do what you want in the next few years.
All right. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome to everyone. Cheers.
What a soft-spoken gentleman Jabulani Mabaso is. Very good golfer. Coming up next is local highlights, which include the Nkonyeni Club Championships, as well as the Mbabane Mayors Cup. Let's have a look at what went down.
The Municipality Council of Mbabane hosted its annual Charity Mayors Golf Cup 2019 event at the Mbabane Golf Club. Supported by 14 corporate companies, it wouldn't be official without the Mbabane mayor himself teeing off. Looking so flexible and ready, Mayor Skhumbuzo Dube took to the box. That solid tee shot meant the game shall begin. The mayor took time to pose with both mayor's team's representatives, which included the CEO Gideon Mhlongo. Taking the honor on the first tee, veteran golfer Evert Madlopa swings away, playing with CEO Gideon Mhlongo, Eswatini Golf Union President Albert Mhlanga, and Mbabane Club Captain Junius Nkonyeni, a very competitive four-ball. Other companies present were ESRIC, with notable golfers being Tata Dlamini and Tebogo. Playing for Old Mutual was the likes of Xolani Dlamini, Ozzy Tagata, and Welcome Mhlanga. Team Standard Bank was also present, and Team Inyati Construction with team captain Adrian Deega. Also present, dressed in style, was Team Building Society 2 with Housing Board MD Mduduzi Dlamini, the Honourable Member of Parliament Cleopas Dlamini, Rashid Mohammed, and Gordon Bennett. We jump right into the action with Mayor's Team 2, with BG Gameza teaming off first. Playing with colleague Mduduzi Maphalala, former Mbabane captain Kenneth Ngambule, and dominant golfer Nicholas Villarati, sending his tee shot straight into the pines. Another strong team combination set up by the mayor, definitely favourites to win. Mduduzi plays his. A good second shot on foreign fairway. Checks its flights while right in front of him, Nicholas navigates the semi-rough. After finding his drive inside the thick rough, Kenneth Ngambule hacks it out right onto the fairway. Plays his third, but pulls it way right off the green. Mduduzi with his third. Nice swing. Nicholas follows suit with a beauty of a third shot. BG also sends his left on the green. Trouble yet again at the Ngambules? What trouble? Ball found, and yet again Kenneth hacks it out of the thick rough, just past the green. Chips well and finishes off the bogey. green for a birdie. Mduduzi putting off the green for a birdie. Rolls it well, but falls short. Walks and holds the par for 3 points. Gamete also putts in for 3 points. Nicholas wraps the team play at hole 1 with his own 3-pointer. On to the 9th, Sandile Choncho sends his shot way over the green, finds it at the drop zone and plays a good chip close to the hole to give him a par putt. Easily slotted in to give his team 3 points. Playing partner Siboniso Mkhwanazi for birdie, slotted in. Good birdie, good putt.
3 for 6. Good birdie.
Styles Richard also attempts a birdie. Ooh, just close. Last to putt, Bumelelo Villarati holds his par and contributes 3 points to his team. Right at the second hole, Team Stefanuti stops, represented by Hans Giza, Billy House, Roger Tai, and Welly Lemhlanga, attack this easy shot hole. None of the team members found the green, and they all had to chip in for the flag. Hans chips for the hole, but the ball rolls away for it. Roger also attacks the pin. Welila's long positive putt just misses right, with Hans' putt just falling short. Roger for a rare par putt. Legs power. Walks and taps it in. Billy cleans up and they all walk away with 2 points each.
I will fall true.
Up on the 6th hole, Team Standard Bank still on the Grove as they tee off in style, with Rodney Mkombe and Bongani Mamba being the stronger pair in the group. Using the putter way over the green being a common play within this group. Mkombe rolls in his putt. Another Eswatini construction powerhouse, Inyati, supported the Mayor's Cup, a team led by Group Commercial Manager Adrian De Jager, Kevin Gray Production Manager, Site Agent Dieter Vetch. On the 100-meter mark, De Jager approaches the green. Kevin chips well close to the hole. Adrian Diega putts well from the fringe for an easy tap in. Oh no! How did he miss that? The rest of the construction team wraps up their play. A great Sunday out for the corporates in support of the Municipality Council of Mbabane. Charity was the winner at the end of the day, with a little bit of comedy in the mix.
As you have seen in the media, Council recently completed the formulation of the new Integrated Development Plan, which is the blueprint for the city strategic focus for the period of 5 years. One of the developments directly linked to your favorite sport, I'd love to announce that Council plans to move the golf course to Manjolo area, and plans are already underway, and consultations have been made with the ministry and the Nisi clan at Manjolo, and these consultations are at an advanced stage. I am alive to the fact that some of you golfers have reservations on the locality of this project, but I am sure and confident that we'll continue consulting each other and probably come up with the best solution that will suit all of us. Once again, we thank you for participating in this year's Mayor's Golf Cup. We do hope you will partner with the Municipal Council of Mbabane again next year. And I must say, noted the need to make this event bigger. The response and support really exceeded our expectations, hence the need to ensure that the event caters for most of our interested supporters and stakeholders. We will rely on you or on your inputs through consultations to give us advice and guidelines in pursuit of our goal of growing this event. Ladies and gentlemen, I do thank you for your time, for your participation. It will really go a long way. The proceeds from this event, they will make a huge impact to the needy of our city. I thank you.
Winning on their own on 95 points, Swaziland Building Society Team 2. Second place on 91 points, First National Bank. Nkonyeni Pinkambule Team Mavuza and Jetru Masu. And then third place on 90 points, it's FinCorp. TC Dlamini, Q Dlamini, Dumsani Msibi and Z Dlamini.
thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out from Mbabane. We as the city of Mbabane pride ourselves, by hosting such big events, successful events, meaningful events as well. As you heard for yourselves, that proceeds from this event will go towards assisting Gogo Hleziphi Ngambule Lola eGopolo. Ushido ke meya ukuthi bekunene lothi nje yena ingapane yami ingakhona ukuthi mhlawumbe ifake ku corporate social initiative yabo yeminyaka ingavele ende njalo ipartnership nathi simasipala ewedolobha sisatama kwenta impilo tebantu bembabane tibe ngcono.
The break of the new dawn meant all was set and ready for the 2019 Nkonyeni Club Championships. The rise of the beautiful morning sun meant positive golf for the golfers. Being a chilly morning, all golfers were up and ready for the 36-hole challenge ahead. The format divided into 5 categories. Men A and B divisions playing an individual stroke play, while men C division playing an individual stable four.
Cut next leg.
With all the ladies teeing off from the red tees, ladies gold division on an individual stroke play format, and ladies bronze on an individual stable four format. Teeing off last at 7:15 a.m. a 3-ball of Hanko Rudolph, Jacobus Pina, and August Pina. We joined the trio on the first 18, hole 7, par 3. Missing his tee shot far left, Hanko has this long putt for birdie. Good putt to leave it short. August from the fringe, not enough power to hold that. Believe it or not, Jacobus taps in that for birdie after a good tee shot. August finishes off his par as Jacobus makes sure his name is on that nearest to the pin marker. On to the 9th, Petrone Rudolph, Anzel Zili, and Teresa Fawcett neck on neck on this ladies' golf. Teresa chips her second close to the hole. Putting for birdie, Petrone plays a great looking putt. It should drop in. Oh no, that's just unfortunate. Records a par regardless. Let's see what Zili can do. Also putts well and taps the par. Teresa to save par. Also competing on the men A division, Henry paired with Knut's father and son, Johan and Kevin. All finding the fairway and playing their second towards the green. Just off the green, Henry plays an exquisite chip, same as Kevin. Good golf right there. Henry for par, turns right by the hole, taps in the 5. Can Johan read this well? Oh yes, he does. Sinks in the birdie. Well done. We catch up with the men B division, wrapping up their play at the 18th. Fanny Mthethwa paired with Ricardo de Jager and Sandile Mhlanga. Both Ricardo and Fanny had to play their third from the drop zone, with Fanny needing another bite of the cherry and lands it on the putting surface. Ricardo legs close his 4th, while Sandile attempts his birdie. Mthethwa needs to drop this in, putts well, and records a 6 on the card. Ricardo clears up with a 5 on this par 3. Still on B division, also finishing the first 18. Sibusiso Mota playing alongside George Nisbet and Dudley Verna. A long putt by Mota, rolls and still doesn't find the hole. Just off the fringe, Dudley legs his close. Mota still can't find the hole to save par. Walks and taps in the bogey. George for par, misses it to the left. Dudley for a par putt, drops it in, and Nisbet taps away his bogey 4. Ladies Gold Division, also finishing the first 18. Petrone's long putt is excellent, close enough for a par. She has been very solid on this first 18 as she sits on top of the leaderboard. Teresa for her par, not long enough. And Zili just off the green. Misses it to the left, walks and gets her par. Teresa has to sink this par. Ah, unlucky. The last group to finish, the A division contenders, Jacobus, August and Henko. August chips well right past the hole. Jacobus looking to sink this long birdie. Looking good. Oh, he slotted in. Well played. Looking strong to win this championship. Can Henko reply with his own birdie? Oh yes, he does. Solid putting. August for a par save, misses it and drops in the 4. That marks the end of the first 18 holes. The leaderboard has really taken shape. On to the last 18, we catch up with the ladies on hole 13. With 5 holes to go, Petrone still leading the pack. Teresa plays her second right at the back of the pin. Anzel Zili plays an identical shot. Petrone recovers well from the rough. A tricky par for Teresa. Touches it well and almost holds it. Same line read for Anzel. Very tricky hole. Coming from a different angle, Petrone doesn't hit it firm enough. Walks away with a bogey. Anzel going for her par. It doesn't drop. Can Teresa drop hers? Oh yes, good putt. We catch up with 8th division, August, Henko and Jacobus. Henko, having to reload, plays his 4th well, while August chips for eagle. Misses his birdie. Henko chips and taps in the double. Jacobus for birdie. Good attempt. And taps in the par. We wrap up the play on the 36th hole. Competing in the 8th division, Kevin, Henry and Johan. Their putting is evident of the long day they have had. 8 hours of golf is no joke. Kevin records a first good score, and his dad is happy about his play today. He has to wait to see what the other challengers do. Now the ladies finish their 36th hole. Good tee shot by Petrone. Both Anzel and Teresa still giving chase to the young Rudolph. Anzel putts to finish her play for the day with a bogey 4. Teresa ends hers with a solid par, while Petrone coolly taps in her par, and that marks her the winner in this ladies' gold division. Solid 36 holes of golf rounds by the ladies. With Kevin already the clubhouse leader, Henko and Jacobus tied with him in this last hole. August, knowing that he's out of the running, casually finishes off his 36th hole. If Jacobus holds this birdie, he's crowned champ. Oh no, he misses it. Henko plays a par and forces a 3-man playoff on the first hole to decide on the winner. The 3 head to the first tee. Henko tees first, Jacobus next, and Kevin last and pulls it left. Jacobus swings well, lands his second on the dance floor. Henko plays his shot, but Kevin fires a dart on the green. What a playoff! Henko has to chip down this ball to remain in contention. He misses it, and that rules him out. Jacobus for birdie. hits the back of the cup, and in it goes. What a birdie! This could win the championship. Kevin has to sink his birdie to force a tie. Let's have a look. Missed it to his left, and that means Jacobus is the 2019 Nkonyeni Club champion. What a finish to the day. It had to go to the 37th hole to get a champion in the men A division. We hear from the champ.
2019 champion, how does it feel?
Awesome, eh? It was a lot of work, but it helped.
All right, let's talk about, because it was 36 holes. The first 18, how did you play?
No, right. Was hacking it a bit the first 9, and then I made a good triple on 8, and then came back the second 9, played 3 under. So it helped. Made a big putt on 18 here, in the back there.
All right, second 18.
Yeah, it was good. I think I was 3 under after 9, and then the wheels came off. Pressure took me a bit, but no, it was good. Pushed through at the end.
Yeah, you were playing alongside Kevin and Hanko. Did you knew that beating those two, then you'll be eventually the champion, or you're just playing your game?
Oh no, yeah, I didn't know that. There's a guy in front of us that I thought was leading in the clubhouse. So now I was trying to play my game, but it was not working the last 5-6 holes. You know, we all have jobs.
All right. Speaking about your last 18 not working out, dropping shots, you managed to be playing the playoffs. How did that happen?
No, it was an accident. I made a really big putt on 14.
Okay.
And then on 16, duffed an iron again on just behind the green. Made a chip, made the putt, and then it worked out by accident. Missed the putt on 18. You had to win, but no, I thought we can play off it. Then the guys can come. Let's have some fun.
The birdie had won.
Yeah,
you won it there.
Yeah, there was a bit of a rush of blood.
Yeah,
but no, it was never going to be short, ever. That was going to get there. Whether it misses or not, I don't need to make the return. It just needs to get there.
All right.
So, no, that was awesome.
All right. Congratulations.
Okay.
Thanks,
thanks a lot.
Right.
Cheers.
Awesome.
It was an absolutely exciting day today with a 3-way sudden death today. What an exciting match today. Thank you very much, guys, for spectacular golf today. The third place in the men's division with a gross score of 149, Hanko Rudolph. Third place, ladies, with a gross score of 176, Teresa Fawcett. Runner for the club championship with a gross score of 149, Kevin Krunzer. Runner up in the ladies division with a gross score of 170, Ansel Zilli. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure announcing the ladies champion for 2019 with a gross score of 156, Petrone Rudolph. Petrone managed to cut police, so well done, Petrone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for this opportunity. Firstly, I would like to thank God for giving me this talent and my parents for giving me the opportunity to play golf. And I would also like to thank all the Nkonyeni staff for all the effort and hard work, especially France. Thank you. I would also like to thank the sponsors, especially Nkonyeni Spar. Thank you, Mfani. And thank you for my playing partners. I enjoyed it really, and travel home safely.
Gives me great pleasure to announce our 2019 club champion, also back in 2017 with a gross score of 149, this year's champion, Jacobo Spina.
Congratulations to Jacobus Pinau and Petronella Rudolph for winning this year's Nkonyeni Club Championship. Have you ever wondered how the Royal Swazi prepares its golf course for tournaments? Coming up next is greenkeeper Hancock, who will analyze and tell us how they prepare for the tournaments. Let's have a look.
G'day, I'm Nkonyeni. I'm the head greenkeeper here at Royal Swazi Spa for the last few years. And we'd like to give you guys a little bit of feedback and a little bit of insight on what we're doing, especially for our tournament preparation and also after our tournaments. So last week, the week that's just passed, it was our second tournament for the year. It's the Lombard Insurance Classic, and the week before it was Investor Cup. So as you can see, the greens look a little bit off color, and it's just because for the tournament itself, there's a lot of work that goes in before the tournament to make the greens the speed that they are. The speed is if you putt your ball and how fast and how far the ball is rolling for, how hard you hit it. So for the pros, they want to hit it as soft as they can to roll it for as far as they can. For that to measure it, we call it a stimp meter reading. For the stimp meter for competitions, we normally have it running around between 9.5 to 10.5. And then for normal play, it's anything above 8, the amateurs are happy. So now, if you look closely to the green itself, so it looks like there's small holes in the green, especially if you look a little bit behind me. Maybe these ones you can see a little bit better. So that's what we call spiking the greens. That we did yesterday, just after the tournament. So the reason for that is it just gives the grass a little bit of time to grow. Because for the tournament itself, we're mowing the greens every single morning before the people start playing, twice every single day. So the grass will never survive if you keep that frequency of mowing for other regular players as well. So now we're doing this other things in between just to give the grass a chance, just to come back a little bit. Otherwise, as I said, the greens will never survive. So with the tournament itself, the whole idea is you need to stay ahead of the people playing. So, and the first tee off time is already 6:30. So our guys, we started in the morning already at 4:15. It is 4:15. So all the machines got lights on them. So the guys come here early in the morning. We mow everything before the people start playing, and then once the people are finished behind the field, we come and we do the divots, we fill the divots in, and if we will need to mow the greens for a second time or for a third time in the afternoons, then we do so as well. That information we get, that decision gets made on the feedback we get from the players, together and also for the tour guys itself, for the Sunshine Tour, the tournament organizers, to ask, listen, how's the greens? You want them a little bit faster? Are you happy with the speed? And then we determine how many times we cut the greens. Because the more you cut the greens, the faster they are as well. What I want to explain a little bit is also that the grass that we're using, because some people say before, how difficult can it be to be a greenkeeper? You put water, you put fertilizer, and you cut the grass. So I want to give you guys a little bit of input. It's not that easy. So the challenge we've got here at Royal Swazi is with all our big tournaments that we have, we've got 4 Sunshine Tour events per year. And that takes a lot of strain on the grass, and all the grass that we had, it just couldn't keep up. So if you can zoom in here, you see this piece here of this grass, you can see it's very rough, and maybe if you go a little bit this side as well, you can see it's this grass. You can see when it's standing up also when I go like this. That's what you don't want also, and the grass, it thins out so much when it's our tournaments. You can see here also this piece, there's almost no grass here left anymore, because it's all the grass that wasn't here. It just couldn't keep up. So what we're trying to do is, as well as now, we went through a process what we call interseeding. So if you look at this green piece that's here, this is where the grass now really took very nicely. And this grass is called bent grass. All the grass is what I zoomed in here, this is called Synodon. And the other ones here that's almost completely died off now is Paspalum. So these two grasses, they grow in summer. And now because our tournaments is just before winter, if you put this grass under too much stress, when you're cutting it too much low down, then when we're going into winter, they just don't like it. But with this grass, you can see it's happy, it's green, it's growing. And the reason is because this is called the cool season grass, it's bent grass. It likes the winter and it likes to grow in the winter. And this grass is a very, very nice putting surface. But the problem is with this grass is that you struggle a little bit when it's summertime, because it's too hot and this grass doesn't like it when it's hot, so you need to put extra water down. But if you look here now, so the whole idea was with interseeding, so you see there's like a round patch, and then here it took nicely. If you go a little bit more back, and you can see here, it looks like there's green spots. So there's a spot and a spot and a spot and a spot. And the reason for that is when we haul it out, we interseed it. So this grass, it will spread. As it goes along, it spreads. And the idea is for all the greens then at the end to look like this. But another exciting thing as well is that we got the grass from Leper Creek, what they currently use at Leper Creek. That grass currently is the best grass for their growing conditions. So our nice thing is we can experiment with that grass. So we've got 2 bowling greens. One of the bowling greens now, we went with just that grass. That grass is also the type of this type of grass, but it's a lot newer version of it. It's called Synodon G12. So we're going to experiment now and see if that grass likes our conditions. Then we're going to go for this grass, but just the one that we got from Leper Creek. And if this one takes, then we're going to go for this one. So that decision we'll probably make in about 6 to 8 months from now, once we see which grass grows better for our conditions. Because the one challenge we've got as well is, if you look a little bit in the background, it's completely overcast today. When it's overcast and wet conditions, the bent grass loves it. But there's warm season grasses, the Synodon and the Paspalum, they absolutely hate it. So because we've got these conditions more regularly now with the climate change as well, when it rains, it's more overcast. It's not just thunderstorm, and straight after that it stops. It's more overcast, prolonged conditions. And that's why this grass enjoys that weather better, and that's why this grass is growing better now.
Join us again as we bring you golf activities happening in the country. Watch this show every Wednesday at 10 p.m. and on Saturdays at 3 p.m. Or catch us on YouTube, Eswatini TV Sports. Follow us on Instagram as well, On The Greens. Till we meet again.